This battle is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the Hogs Red corner, he weighed in at 179 pounds, holds a record of no wins with 1 loss, and fights out of Newport, Tennessee, Bryson McCarter. And his opponent fighting out of the OEB blue corner, he weighed in at 205 pounds, holds a record of no wins with 1 loss, and fights out of D3 Sports in Johnson City, Tennessee, Jonathan Nichols. Your referee when the action begins, Nate Fowler.
All right, here we go. 2 diverse body types here, guys.
Don't be fooled. Look at Roy Nelson.
That's true.
I'm gonna go with Jonathan Nichols on this one.
Here we go. Not wasting any time.
Double leg, or not a double, kind of like an MMA takedown. We have Bryson. He has really good takedown defense, man. He's his hips are very active and standing up. He for sure has a wrestling background by the way he moves his hips. So.
Now, David, it seems that Bryson McCarter is still like in the seated position. He's not quite down. What does Bryson McCarter need to do? He obviously does not want to be on the bottom of Jonathan Nichols.
He's going to need to shoulder walk up the cage, get back to his feet. He's going to need to abandon this headlock he's going for here. He's never going to finish it on the side, but that's what happens when you let an independent
I'm going to have to disagree with David. He's got to put his hips down to the ground.
Oh, wow. Bryson McCarter gets up, but it's another big takedown by Jonathan Nichols.
He's still trying to get that full takedown, and he's not letting him take him down completely.
Nichols needs to get that left arm behind his head there, get the shoulder pressure on the head, and flatten him out.
And right there, he's getting the hips straightened out, flat to the ground. Now he's feeding out to the back, doing a little ground and pound. Position before submission is what he needs to do. He's trying to punch in an awkward position. That's going to mess up his balance.
Now, Ben, does Jonathan Nichols need to be careful? He's using a lot of energy here. He's landed 2 takedowns. Bryson McCarter's done well to get back up. He's using that long, lanky frame. Does Nichols need to watch out as far as his conditioning?
Absolutely, and to be honest, Bryson needs to watch out with that, him on being on top of him. He looks like a good corn-fed boy, and you don't want him on top of you, wearing down your energy. So, for Bryson, he's getting the takedowns, so it is helping with his confidence. But with his cardio, we'll see.
David, from your perspective, what do you see here? We've got Bryson McCarter still in the seated position. Jonathan Nichols with his 4th takedown, I believe. What do you think about this fight so far, as far as strategic?
Nichols is up. Next time Bryson gets back to his feet, he needs to start using that reach and keep long jabs in his face, keep him away, and look to outstrike him. Jonathan just keeps driving, trucking on forward, though, and hitting that takedown each time. He's going to have to stop. Bryson's going to have to start hitting a little bit of angles on his feet, get a little bit lighter, and not just stand there and get rushed. Oh, but here he goes.
We have a reversal here with Bryson McCarter on top for the first time.
And excuse me, I got the names mixed up, but
Casey, who's getting close.
Casey, that answers your question. Is he going to gas out or not?
I believe it's. Is it a done deal?
It is done. And Bryson pick up a first round.
Nope, second round. It's going to a second round.
Oh, wow.
Saved by the Bell, my favorite TV show growing up.
Yes, it was. Wow.
Zach Morrison and Slater. Yeah.
I'm sure
Kelly Kapowski.
Yeah, and what's the other girl?
Lisa Turtle.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Did Bryson punch himself out here, right here at the end of the round?
Well, you see Jonathan Nichols over here. You see his face, and he is definitely feeling the cardio. He did put a lot of work in there, and that was something I was asking about earlier. The takedown, the offense like that, it can wear on your cardio. If you're in the corners, what are you saying, David?
telling Bryson here to get a little bit lighter on his feet, cut some angles in his striking, and use his jab, maybe a long push kick. But the push kick is going to be a little risky on getting that takedown. But get light, and Nichols needs to keep driving forward, hitting these takedowns, but secure the position a little better when he gets to the ground.
Position before submission.
Exactly, Ben.
Yes. There it is.
Oh, hard shot there.
You got some old school pride right there. Just pounding on him while he's on the ground.
Wow.
He makes the wrong move, and
here we go. We have the hillbilly headlock here.
Now Jonathan Nichols on top, landing some heavy leather. What's the deal with the headlock? Talk about that.
he finally has side position, that's for sure. He tried to get that all first round.
You see these guys who aren't very well skilled on the ground, I think grabbing that head and pulling them close doesn't allow them to space the posture and hit, so it's probably a more defensive for the guy on the bottom to use. It's not an effective move, though.
Fear is
You
to hold.
you see it quite often in the streets, huh?
Yes. And this is, this is first day jiu-jitsu and escaping that. Here we have Nichols on top now. Oh, and he's got the back and he's got that choke.
It's over.
It's done.
Over.
Wow. I'll tell you what, exciting nonetheless here.
It's loud. You all hear that?
That is the ovation for D3 Sports. I believe that might be the first win since the inception of D3 Sports.
Is it?
I think
great.
so.
Outstanding.
That's a big deal. We see here the replay. Jonathan Nichols escapes that schoolyard headlock, moves to the back position. Talk us through it there, Ben.
Well, he stayed persistent and stayed on him, and he capitalized when Bryson made the wrong move, and he capitalized on it. He made the wrong move, and Nichols capitalized on it and went on and switched it over and took his back, and good night.
Well, we close out the prelims with a tremendous finish here. Let's go back to Jennifer Oxendown for the official decision.
Your referee stops this bout at 1 minute and 13 seconds into the second round. For your winner by rear naked choke out of the OEB blue corner, Jonathan Nichols.